How to make a fully functional rock, paper, scissors game using HTML, CSS and JavaScript. Let's create index.html, styles.css and script.js files. Now let's move on to implementing the structure in the HTML file. Specify the title of the web page. Include a link to the external CSS file. Within the body, establish a main container div with the class container. Insert in each one element with the text rock, paper, scissors to serve as the heading for the game. Create a div with the class choices to hold the buttons for the player's choices. Within the choices section, place 3 button elements with IDs rock, paper and scissors. Create another div with the class result to display the game results. Within the results section, insert 3 paragraph elements with IDs user choice, computer choice, and result text. At the end of the body, include a script tag to link to the external JavaScript file. Now let's move on to writing styles. First, add styles for the body. Set the font family. Apply a linear gradient background. Set the text colored white. Use flexbox to center the content. Prevent overflow to keep the content within the viewport. Then style the container. Center the text within the container. Apply a semi-transparent black background. Add padding and spacing. Apply a blur effect to the background. Add a fade-in animation. After that, style the heading. Set the margin at the bottom of the heading. Increase the font size and set the text color. Add the text shadow. Now arrange the choices. Use flexbox to display the choice buttons in a row. Add a gap between the buttons. After that, style the choice buttons. Increase the font size of the buttons. Remove the default border and apply rounded corners. Make the cursor pointer to indicate interactivity. Apply a linear gradient background. Set the text color to white. Add a transition effect for the transform and box shadow properties. Apply a box shadow. Now enhance button hardware effects. Scale the buttons up. Intensify the box shadow. Then style the results section. Add a padding at the top of the results section for spacing. Now style the result paragraphs. Set the font size and add margins for spacing between the paragraphs. Set the text color to a light gray. Now highlight the result text. Increase the font weight to bold and the font size. Set the text color to a bright. Apply a glow animation. Now define the fade-in animation. Create a keyframes rule named fade-in to animate the container's opacity and position. In the from state, set the opacity to 0 and translate the container up. In the to state, set the opacity to 1 and translate the container back. Create another keyframes rule named glow to animate the text shadow of the result text. Now let's move on to implementing the logic. Create an array choices containing the emojis for rock, paper and scissors. Use document query select all to select all the buttons within the choices container. Use document get element by ID to select the elements that will display the user's choice, the computer's choice, and the result text. Iterate over the selected buttons using for each and attach a click event listener to each button. When a button is clicked, retrieve the text content of the clicked button, which represents the user's choice. Randomly select a choice from the choices array for the computer. Set the text content of the user choice display and computer choice display elements to display the user's choice and the computer's choice respectively. Call the determine winner function with the user's choice and the computer's choice as arguments. Set the text content of the result text element to the result returned by the determineWinner function. Temporarily remove the animation from the result text element by setting its style animation property to none. Use the set timeout to reapply the glow animation after a short delay. Create a function determineWinner that takes the user's choice and the computer's choice as arguments. If the user's choice is the same as the computer's choice, return its a tie. If the user's choice beats the computer's choice, return you win. Otherwise, return you lose. As a result, we created a fully functional rock, paper, scissors game using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript.